and welcome to my channel Economics Chit Chat. Today we are going to talk about the next series in the developmental economics. Now in this chit chat I'm going to talk about a very important topic called as the defense, that is a very integral part of the developmental economics. Many people feel that investing money on defense is a waste of economy. Why are we building those arms? Why are we building those huge weapons, those instruments of massive destructions altogether? The answer to this is quite simple. If I just put it in one word, I would say that it's to protect myself. But then, the answer might not be as simple enough for us to convince the large population that our country has. So if you look at India, every year roughly we are spending about 12% of our GDP in terms of protecting our country. So why is defense becoming an integral part of the developmental economics? Why is defense becoming a center point in terms of discussion for the development of our country? Now if you look clearly, most of the developed nations have always tried to protect themselves first before getting into a position of attacking or before getting into a position of war. This was not done in terms of to create a warlike situation. This was done because they felt that when you are internally secured, when you make your citizens believe that at any point of time you can defend your nation by yourself for any threat that comes to you, you are much more secure and you are a developed nation by itself. Now there are many small countries in the world who are just like tiny islands to look, but they do also have a powerful army. So for a country like India, an Indian subcontinent which has about 137 crore people, is it not mandatory that we start building up the best defense force in the world? Now if you look at China on a comparison basis with about 155 plus odd crore population, they have spent huge amount of money in building the best of the best missile, in building the best of the defense system. Now what was the need for China? China was already a manufacturing hub. China was already doing great in terms of producing all kinds of electronic goods, all kinds of commercial goods altogether. But what was the need for them to concentrate on defense? That's because they wanted to make sure for all their citizens that any point of time China can handle any pressure across the globe, any threat from any nation. So it is the time for India where we make defense as an integrated part of this society. We are not spending money just to acquire arms. We are not spending money in order to waste it on some kind of warlike exercises. We are spending money so that we secure our nation. So this is an opportunity for India when you talk about the developmental economics. Why? Because India's time has now come where we can make our country as the ground for defense manufacturing and exporting. Every time when we read in the newspaper, we have either bought a fighter jet from Russia, from France, or from American countries. But this is the time where people will start manufacturing in India and India would start exporting the arms to other countries across the globe. So this is a very good opportunity for us, both from the business standpoint and also from the national security standpoint. So as a part of the integration exercise, as a part of developmental exercise, India needs to start creating a well-established defense manufacturing units across the country. Definitely it's going to provide employment. That's an underlined statement, no doubt about it. But then the other factor is that India's power in terms of technology, in terms of innovation will also come into play. So that will start providing a push to the ancillary industries and we would start manufacturing the most built-in system, integrated systems that can protect our country altogether. So development, when I say, is not through destruction. Development means that you develop each and every sector and you integrate it as a part of your economy. Now, the first thing that we need to keep in mind when we start doing this defense exercise altogether, we need to keep politics away from defense. We need to keep the business factor of making money out of defense, and we also need to keep in mind defense is for protection and defense is not for creating an disadvantage to any of the nation. We need to tell this world that we are self-reliant in protecting, we are self-reliant in manufacturing, and we are also self-reliant when it comes to attack options also. So we as a country, we need to integrate, we need to respect the defense sector and start building them as a process altogether. And there was a time when most of us have always felt that we need to work for the army, we need to work for the navy or for the air force altogether. Whether you call it a fancy idea, you call it patriotism, or you call it dedication altogether. Really, now this is the time when India has to inculcate the objective of why it is important for every citizen to give a thought towards the defense. Because they are the people who protect our country 24/7. So in many ways, if we can start creating an awareness program about the opportunities of working in the defense sector, about the opportunities of helping the defense sector through various policies and programs, automatically that sector will open up. It will become a sector of awareness, it will become a sector of knowledge, and people will also start becoming a part of it. Automatically the defense sector will also start growing up and there will not be a shortage of people altogether. Please believe that defense is not out of compulsion. Defense is out of integration. Defense needs to be a part of this great economy. Defense needs to understand that, when we grow, we also need to take them with us. It is not mandatory that we go and do this exercise every year. We launch missile after missile. That's not mandatory here. What is very, very important is that make defense a part of the global agenda. Make defense a part of the national policy altogether. And then you will see an India which is better and which will be the best for the coming years to go forward. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today on my channel, Economics Chit Chat. Hope to see you again in the next session with some more interesting topics. Until then, goodbye and good luck from my side. Thank you again.